That's right. Welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm Chad Owens. It's Hump Day Wednesday. Yeah, I got a little extra pep in my step. You know, it's playoff time. NBA Finals, WNBA Finals, Stanley Cup Finals, Major League Baseball playoffs. It's that time of the year in sports. Championships are being won. Feelings are being hurt. Babies are on their way. Thank you again for tuning in. Huge thank you to Star-Advertiser for making this possible. And with that, guys, let's jump on in to the first quarter. The NBA Finals are finally here. King James and the Los Angeles Lakers taking on Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, 1 versus 5. It's been an exciting playoff so far in the bubble. High scoring. I think part of that is because of the no home court advantage. These guys are playing pickup ball, so we've been able to watch true skill, true talent. And I think for the Heat, they've got a lot of shooters. And being in this type of environment, I think shooters can shoot. All right, that's what they do. No fans. You got the virtual fans, which from what I heard, the players are loving. But there's really no home court, advantage or being on the road disadvantage. So these guys are loving it. But I think, although the Heat have been the hottest team in this year's NBA playoffs, LeBron James has got ice water in his veins, and he's about to put that fire out. I got the Lakers winning in 5 or 6. LeBron James again, he's that X factor. Catch game 1 here in a couple hours. The WNBA Finals are also set. The Las Vegas Aces are making it to their second Finals appearance in franchise history. They're taking on a very strong Seattle Storm, who's making their 4th appearance in franchise history. Here's an interesting stat. Both teams finished 18-4 in the regular season. So this is going to be a very exciting WNBA Finals. Also, A'ja Wilson is looking to become the 5th straight MVP to lead her team to the title in the same season. You can catch game 1 on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's it for the first, guys. Let's jump on in to the second quarter. Only 6 NFL teams since 1980 have made it to the playoffs after starting out 0-3. Tomorrow night's matchup, Thursday Night Football, features the Denver Broncos against the New York Jets. Both teams are 0-3, so they've got a tough road ahead of them. But I've been in locker rooms, I've been on teams, that were struggling like that, and your focus is one game at a time, one day at a time. You got to scale it back. One day at a time, just focusing on winning each day, So I know that's their mentality going in. Can they make the playoffs? Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, it's going to be a tough road ahead. But good luck to them boys, man. Again, shout out my boy Deontay Spencer, man. Make a difference out there, bro. Take one to the house. And in the NFL, on some brighter news, Patrick Mahomes and his fiance announced that they are expecting. Congrats to you, man. Just an added layer of motivation. When I found out that I was expecting my first child, I wasn't in the NFL. We're a little younger. We're in college, but still, at that time, it gave you another purpose, another sense of being. It's not about you anymore. You got this life that's coming that you need to prepare for. But Patrick Mahomes is, far more prepared financially than I was in college. I can tell you that, but it is added motivation, as if that guy needs more fuel to that fire. He's balling. He got the Chiefs on track. And speaking of football, again, just a quick reminder, football fever. Don't forget to get your Star-Advertiser newspaper, get your ballots, get them in, compete with myself and the panel, get some extra cash in your pocket. And thanks again to our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Windows Hawaii, Hawaiian Telcom, and Long's Drugs for making that possible and for being part of the show. And that wraps it for the second quarter. We're heading into halftime, and what's cool about this show is I can pretty much do whatever I want for halftimes, after the 4 quarters. So for this week's halftime, it's Wednesday, so I'm gonna do a little special feature. Today, I'm going Wahine Wednesday, and I'm gonna feature a very special lady. Check it out. Yep, that's right. Have to give props to the queen. My wife has been a solid support system, not only for me but for our entire family. And she's my Wahine Wednesday. You can see she's beautiful, she's strong, she's athletic, she's an entrepreneur, and she's an amazing mother and wife. So with that, if you're out there, you wanna feature your mom, your wife, your girlfriend, your auntie, your cousin, your sister. Hey, and if you're a woman yourself and you feel like you have something that you'd like to show and share, this is your opportunity. Reach out to me at Owens2 on Instagram. Reach out to the Star-Advertiser on Instagram and Facebook at Star-Advertiser. And let's get you on here. Let's get more Wahine on the CO2 Rundown halftime show. And with that, let's dive on in to the third quarter. "24 days until our University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors kicks off its 2020 season. But they don't know who they're playing yet. They don't know where they're playing. But what they do know is who their leader is. First-year head coach Todd Graham had high praise for their starting quarterback, Chevan Cordero, who I guess been kind of torching his defense lately. I played for a defensive-minded coach in Jack Del Rio in Jacksonville, and trust me, these guys, they want to win practices. They want the defense to win those team settings. But at the end of the day, the goal is winning every game, and Coach Todd Graham has his eyes set on winning championships. Now they got their first full padded practice coming up here, and I'm super excited to see this new face University of Hawaii team, this new regime. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like they're running a high-paced NFL-style practice, which is good. These guys only have a short period of time before they play, so it's got to be high tempo, high pace, and I can only imagine how excited these guys are to be back out there. Make sure you guys check out Steven Tsai and the Honolulu Star-Advertiser for more on this story. And breaking news, the University of Hawaii football team had to suspend practice today due to 4 players testing positive for COVID-19. Now, the Warriors were off to a pretty good start, an exciting start, just getting back out there. Coach Todd Graham had high praise for starting quarterback Chevan Cordero, but unfortunately, all that came to a halt today. So we'll see what those protocols, are going to look like. We'll see how that changes practice moving forward. Also, make sure to check out today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser as Ferd Lewis caught up with UH women's basketball coach Laura Beeman, who's speculating that majority of the other coaches and teams probably won't want to travel here to Hawaii due to the pandemic. So we can expect some sort of, schedule change there. Beeman also told Ferd she could see some sort of bubble approach where the team will stay in California and play its games there. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Stay tuned for those updates as we get them. That's it for the third, guys. Let's finish strong in the fourth. Take me out to the ball game. Man, it's playoff baseball, man. The major leagues began its playoff season yesterday with 4 American League games. Now listen, 2 of those games to note. The New York Yankees are doing what the Yankees do. They crushed the Indians. The Houston Astros handed the Minnesota Twins its 17th consecutive playoff loss. Man, I think it's time for some changes. Anyway, the National League joins the party tomorrow in the first round that features a 3-game series to the team with a better season record. And look, guys, I'm excited that playoff baseball is back. It's really the only time that I like to tune in. It's exciting, right? Get your popcorn, get your hot dogs, virtually, I guess. And look, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm hoping my Blue Jays can turn it around. They lost game 1 against Tampa. So with that, the NHL Stanley Cup trophy is heading to Tampa. The Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Dallas Stars 2-0 in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the Lightning's 2nd Stanley Cup title in franchise history, the first one being in 2004. Now, that's amazing. Congrats to Tampa Bay. But I saw a video clip of when the Lightning landed back in Tampa and reunited with their families. The tears, the joy. I mean, I can only imagine being in that bubble during that playoff run, not being able to be around your family. So I think that was the cherry on top. Winning it was great. I know the feeling of becoming a champion, but being reunited with your family is something truly, truly amazing. And with that, guys, that wraps up the CO2 rundown for today. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Hawaiian Telecom, Windows Hawaii, and Long's Drugs for being part of the show. And I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. And like always, I'll see you on Friday. Same time, same place. Aloha.